Hey guys, welcome back to MvM Live, Kodama Duo Take 2. If you were watching a minute ago, you'll know we had some audio issues that hopefully are not present right now. But again, I will say, YouTube has been giving us some problems today. There's been issues uploading videos and streaming and things like that. So hopefully those issues don't affect us.
Known issues to YouTube. They're looking into it, so hopefully that'll go away and not mess with our live stream anymore today.
I hope so.
We are here to play Kodama Duo from Indie Boards and Cards. This game is a lovely little game that is a two-player version of the beloved Kodama that came out a few years ago.
Yeah. And I'd like to thank our sponsors, first of all. Indie Boards and Cards is sponsoring a giveaway today.
Yes, they are.
So if you like and share this video, you'll be entered into a giveaway.
Comment in the comments.
And we do have our winners from last week. So take a look. If your name is on this list, get in touch with us. You can reach us at manvsmeeple@gmail.com.
Yes.
Probably the best way. And we're getting reports that audio seems to be working, which is good for us.
Yes.
So this is Kodama Duo. Now you're going to notice that we have these two tree trunks down here that have these unique symbols and then a lot of empty space. The reason we have this empty space is we're going to be building onto these trees over the course of the game.
Like this.
Kind of like that. Basically,
a little bit more functional.
Basically, we're going to be spreading these branches out, trying to create chains of consecutive symbols. There are 6 different symbols in the game that we'll show you, and you can match these up. Basically, if you can create a chain all the way back to like your trunk from the branch you place, you're going to score points, and each branch can score you 10 total points.
Yes, you can never place a branch card that is going to score you more than 10 points. If you're going to score more than 10 points, you have to place that branch card somewhere else and start a new string of point scoring. So we've got a handful of lovely little things to go over with you here. So in order for the scoring to sorry, my words are getting caught up on me today.
Yeah, I guess so.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Like I said, YouTube messed up earlier, and it's kind of thrown us both for a loop. So we're going to be dealt with at the start of the game 4 of these Kodama cards. And each of these Kodamas is going to score our tree in a different way. So not only are we trying to match these symbols from the top down to the bottom of the tree, we're also trying to get these bonus scoring cards. Now, normally we won't talk about what goes into these cards because I don't want to give away my strategy. But since this is a live stream and we're not really playing to be competitive, we're just playing to have fun. And it looks like Kira's chair has vanished, which is fun.
You guys just keep doing what you're doing.
We're going to have cards like this one that gives me extra points for having branches that touch each other and things like that. So without further ado, maybe we should jump into the game at least once Kira steps back here.
All right.
And you'll notice we have these spirit tokens that we're going to be able to use and place around our boards. And this is where the game gets kind of mean, right?
Yes.
Because these spirit tokens are going to go onto your tree, on some of your branches, and they're going to score you additional points. However, your opponent can steal these spirit tokens away from you, which can be very frustrating when it happens.
Yes.
I'll just say that for sure.
But also very fun. So and how do you get those? So there's a couple of different ways. We're going to start off with one because that is our decree. So our first phase of the game is our decree phase.
We're going to be flipping over a decree every turn. There's spring, summer, and fall. So we start with spring and we reveal the decree. And this one says, each player claims a random spirit token and adds it to their trunk. So we're actually going to start this particular game seated a little bit differently. We're going to have basically a bonus way to score right off the bat. So let's do that. Let's just randomly. Oh, I'm going to shake these up. Let's see what happens.
What do we get?
You get a firefly.
Sweet.
And I get a mushroom. So neither one of us doubled up on what we had already. It doesn't look like so.
Nope.
We could put that mushroom, or you could put your spirit token anywhere on your branch.
Trunk card.
Your trunk card. That's not a branch. And then that is our summer decree, our spring decree, sorry. We still have 4 of these tokens left that are up for grabs, and we'll talk about how to get those spirit tokens as we play.
Yes, so there is a splitter and a chooser in this game. I'm going to be the splitter to start the game. Normally you would choose us by who's wearing the most green. Neither one of us are wearing green.
I'm not wearing any green, but I will be.
Because of this, of our background would make us disappear.
That's true.
So we can't wear green. So I'm going to be the splitter. Ryan will be the chooser. And what will happen is at any point in time one of us is lagging behind the other, that person will then become the splitter and we will switch roles.
Yeah, there's an interesting, it's just interesting the way that you do this. Now, you're going to have 3 cards to split, so you're putting 2 in one pile and 1 in the other. The player that chooses the 2 pile doesn't get to keep both cards, but they get to pick one. So when that happens, which it will happen here very shortly, we'll explain why you might want to choose a specific card and what happens to the card you don't choose.
And so some other things to consider while we're deciding which cards we're going to place on our trunk card in order to create our scoring chains are the Kodama.
Yep.
So we each have 4 Kodama that we start the game with. We'll only score 3 of these throughout the game. So you can have a little bit of flexibility if things don't flip in your favor as far as the branch cards go. But to start, and we're going to go ahead and talk about what we've got.
Yeah, we can.
I think you were talking about yours a little bit.
I talked about one of mine. I've got, yeah.
So I'm going to go into mine. So I've got one that allows me to score 3 points for each flower or cloud within 2 cards of my trunk card. So the trunk card is the card you see here, and then any of the branch cards. So they would have to be the second card out or the first card immediately attached to the trunk for that to score. I have score 2 for each flower or mushroom on my tree, whichever is fewer. If I have the flower and mushroom spirit tokens, I get bonus points. So that's kind of an incentive there.
Interesting.
Score 3 for each firefly or star within 2 cards of my trunk card, whichever is fewer. And then score 2 for each star or cloud. This one, again, has a spirit token bonus if I have those spirit tokens. So, Ryan, what do you have?
Yeah, I have some interesting ones, actually. So I already talked about the one that I can choose a card on my branch that has a spirit token and score 5 points for every other branch touching that. So if I build up and I start to fork off in a bunch of directions, I can actually score a ton of points for that. And then I have 2 that are kind of the same. I have 3 points for each firefly on my tree or 3 points for each star on my tree. So you know I'm going to be going for fireflies and stars. However, I'm also going to lose 1 point for each of those cards that are in the discard pile. So I want to make sure that none of those get discarded out. And then lastly, this is like a really unique card. I get 0 points for the phase. I get no points for scoring this card. But next phase, I get to score 2 cards. So basically, I can delay scoring one of my cards and try to build up to a bigger multiplier.
Nice.
So I'll be a little behind if I play that one, but I could catch up and score a lot of points. So.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to just go ahead and dive into the game.
Yeah, let's do that.
Because I think the game, you'll know. So if you, did I say this already? I'm probably getting it mixed up with our previous earlier stream, but just in case I'm not. Kodama, this is Kodama Duo. There is a game called Kodama, and it plays up to
5 players.
5 players, that's right. Kodama Duo is a 2-player variant or version of that game, so it's a standalone 2-player game. However, it also allows you to add a 6th player to regular Kodama.
Yeah, so if you own both, you can, and you can actually use some of the tree cards back and forth to give yourself a little bit more variety.
And on the bottom of the cards, there's an icon that will tell you if it's the 2 to 6. If you can use it in the 6 player or if you should remove it because it's for 2 player only. And those will be the ones that have things like the spirit tokens on them. Here you'll see this one only has the 2 player on it. So I'm going to go ahead and
we're still in spring.
Draw the cards
now
for spring.
We're going to do this 4 times in each phase. So you got 4 turns in spring, 4 turns in summer, 4 turns in fall. And we're going to score one of these Kodama cards at the end of each one of those phases. And we'll bring up the scoreboard in between so you can kind of see what our scores are looking like.
So I'll put all 3 of these down.
Ooh, I see lots of stars in there.
We've got one that has a star, a cloud, and a caterpillar. We have a flower, a caterpillar, and a firefly, and a mushroom, a flower, a caterpillar, and a star. So I want to split these up in a way that gives some incentive, but I also want to allow myself some flexibility because he could choose the 2, he could choose the 1, and depending on which he chooses, the last time we played this, I'm pretty sure he always chose the stack of 2, which was...
I didn't always, but it does.
It felt like it.
It did feel like it.
I think it's really going to be dependent on the Kodama that we're choosing, though, and the scoring that you're going for and how they flip. So I need to be really careful about how I split these up. And I think what I'm going to do for this round is I'm going to split them where he's going to want a star no matter what. So I could put the 2 stars in one pile and kind of force him to choose the 2 pile so that I get the spirit token.
Yeah, you did do that because I don't have any matching. This single card does not match a single symbol on my trunk.
No
and
mushroom, no star.
That's not good. I really want them to match. So you were correct. I do have to take this pile of 2 cards, and that's unfortunate. But between these two, this one has 4 symbols. This one only has 3. So I'm going to give you that one to discard, and I'm going to put this one on my tree.
Okay, I'm going to put the remaining one on my tree. And I'm putting it kind of down and off to the right because I want to be able, you can't go below the base of your tree when you place a card, so I can't do it like this.
Yeah.
I can't, when I place my next cards, I can place on top of the branch, but I can't have cards that from different branches, of the different branches that are coming out touching each other. So I want to give myself some space here. I'm also going to get to choose a spirit token of either the star, the cloud, or the caterpillar.
And if I had one of the spirit tokens, she could take it off my board, but I didn't leave her a mushroom, so I get to hold on to that mushroom.
He does. And so what I think I would like to do is grab a flower.
Okay.
Wait, no, there's no flower on there. Look at me trying to cheat. I'm going to go
There's
ahead
no
and
flower.
grab a caterpillar.
So we'll take that caterpillar spirit token, and you can put, now that goes on at the end of your turn after we score our branch.
After we score, and it's going to cover one of my or existing icons. I have to choose one to cover. All right.
So, sorry if you can't, there's a little bit of glare on this.
That
but
off for now. We'll tell people when we're scoring.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just
can't
do
see
that.
it.
I just wanted,
Our up-close camera is acting a little finicky with all of
That's
our YouTube
fine.
troubles today, so we figured this is probably better.
So I have a mushroom here and a mushroom here, so that's 2 points.
Yep.
And I have a star here and a star here, so that's 2 points.
So it gets a total of
So
4.
for the lion card, I get 4 points.
Oh, man. Ryan's wife is cooking something. It smells amazing, and I'm suddenly starving. So, so let's see. I'm in the same boat. I've got 2 and 2. I've got 2 firefly, 2 caterpillar. I'm at 4 points as well. I'm going to go ahead and cover my flower with the caterpillar in order to give myself some higher scoring later. So we are tied. So I stay I stay the splitter. So I'm going to go ahead and draw the next 3. We're now moving into round 2.
We are now in round 2 of spring.
And we'll have 4 rounds per season.
This is more of an interesting pick
This is more of an interesting pick for sure because
there's only one. I see 1 star.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're going to want that caterpillar. So
there's 2 caterpillars, so I'm in good shape there. There's a firefly on all 3 cards, which puts me in good shape there. So the question becomes,
I feel like you have to put those caterpillars in 2 separate piles.
I do. I kind of do.
You're not getting one.
Because he also has mushrooms, so I have to think about that too. And I think I want to do it like this. That's what I'm going to do.
This doesn't help me, period.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. But
I'm not here to help Ryan build
so I am
gonna
gonna take the pile of 2, which I knew is what you wanted me to do.
Means I'm going to get this little guy.
So can I make a? Yes, I can. This will be what I do. So I'm going to take this one. I've got a bunch of symbols that match across here. So I'm just going to keep this one going. Now, the way these branches have to touch, it just kind of like has to continue off of it. So like you can match up the artwork as close as you like, but technically...
That's completely, purely aesthetic and up to you.
Right, exactly. I can make this small trunk suddenly grow big and go into that big trunk.
I want to give myself some ability to potentially branch off again later. And
I
so
see.
I'm going to, and I have to make sure I don't go below my grass line here. So I'm going to go ahead and branch this way. And that's going to give me the ability to take the star, the cloud, or the caterpillar.
This is the one I'm
sorry, wrong one.
So you get almost any option.
I get to choose caterpillar, firefly, mushroom, or flower.
Yeah, you can even steal that mushroom from me if you really wanted to.
I can take the mushroom from him if I want. I can even move my own caterpillar if I want, or my firefly. Yep. For now, that doesn't do me any benefit, so what I would rather do is take... I don't know. What do I want to do? I'm going to go ahead and take the flower for now.
Not a bad pick.
Not a bad pick.
My score on this one is not great. I have 1 star, 2 star, 1 flower, 2 flower. So that's just 4 more points for me. So that puts me at 8, which sucks.
Okay, so I have 3 fireflies in a row.
Yep.
I have 4 caterpillars in a row. So that gives me 7. That keeps me in the lead, which means that Ryan will become the splitter.
We are going to flip
in round
these around.
So
I am now the splitter. I need to look at these cards and make sure I'm not doing something stupid. I'm probably doing something stupid, but we'll see.
I'm going to go ahead and for now choose to
Well, while you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and
unwittingly
draw my
cover
3 here. Let's see what I
this
got.
cloud.
I've got star, star. Okay, well, this is easy for me because I want a star, so I need to make sure that these stars are in separate piles. But which one of these do I really want? I really want that one. Actually, they're basically the same for me. But I want you to pick the 2 pile because I think you want that caterpillar.
He wants me to pick the 2 pile.
I think you do. I think you want that caterpillar. And that will give me a token. But we'll see.
I got to be honest with you. He's
Maybe.
wrong.
Oh, maybe you don't want the caterpillar.
I'm going to take this one so that I can place it, maybe, no, here.
All right. Well, that's good for me. I'm going to take the double here. And I'm actually going to put this one coming off of this branch here. And I will discard that one.
Okay, now that has the flower, the cloud, and the firefly.
Basically nothing. I made sure you could not take from me.
He did.
You can't take my mushroom away. That's my mushroom.
So I can
and it's staying
choose
with
to
me.
move the flower if I want, which is something I might consider doing. I can't move the caterpillar, which is kind of what I was hoping he was going to discard that one so that I could move my own caterpillar.
Yeah.
Because I have a flower hiding underneath there, and I want to score flowers at some point. So for now, I'm going to take the star.
Take that star token.
As it gives me the ability to score a little bit more on this one than I was going
That's
to.
true.
Because I don't have any caterpillars.
However, it doesn't go until after scoring.
Right, but for next time,
turn.
I'm not going to have any
Sure.
caterpillars or fireflies on there, so I'm going to want to try and score a little bit
Might
more.
move mine over a
So
little
for
bit, make
now,
some room
though,
for you.
I've scored 2 for flowers, and that's it.
That's it? Just 2 points?
Yes, just 2 points.
I did a little better this time. I have, since this is the... So
Hi, thanks for joining, everybody, in the comments.
Yeah, hopefully the comments are working
They
and chat's
are,
working.
they are. Everybody's
so
working.
You have to score starting from the branch you just placed. For me, that's this branch. And I have 1, 2, 3 stars, 2 mushrooms for 5, and then 2 caterpillars for 5, and then 3 mushrooms for 8.
Yep.
So that throws me up to 16 while you're at 13. So we swap these again.
I'm going to go ahead.
I get to be the chooser again, which is
and
nice.
choose to cover this mushroom for now.
Ooh, okay.
Um,
Because we're now on round 4. So we're going to score after this round.
Yes, we are. So I'm going to go ahead and choose the 3. Excuse the drool. It really does smell amazing in here.
I have no sense of smell left. So
All right. So let's see. What do I want to do? We've got these 3 cards. We've got a star, a flower, and a cloud. A cloud, a flower, a mushroom, and a caterpillar. A cloud, a mushroom, and a star. Ryan likes stars. I have been liking caterpillars, but I'm not in a big
or is that
place
just
for them right now.
or am I just faking that I like
You
stars?
could be faking it, yes. So I'm going to go ahead and do this.
I will take the 1 with the star.
Look at that. All right, so he left me with this. I'm going to go ahead and discard the one with the cloud, the star, and the mushroom, which means he gets to choose one of those. And I have a funny feeling
I'm going to take the star from
he's
you.
going to take my star from me, which is fine. I'm not even upset
I
about
can't put it yet, but I'm going to do this off this branch because this is going to be really good for me because I've now got 3 flowers in a row, 1, 2, 3, 4 stars in a row, and 2 clouds in a row. So that's
Wow.
8. That's 8 points for me.
All right, I'm thinking
9
1,
points.
2, 3, 4, 5 if I do that. 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, yeah.
Well, yeah,
Let's
you want to
go
get
there.
9. Now, we said earlier, but 10 is the max you'll ever score for a branch. So eventually you're going to have to stop focusing on one branch and start branching off into new directions. Little,
Nice, Ryan.
little tree humor.
So I think I'm going to stick you
Whoa.
right there.
Don't stick me with anything.
I'm talking to my
Especially
branch.
not like needles.
Branches are pokey. All right, so we've got 1, 2 mushrooms.
Yep.
1, 2, 3 flowers.
That's
and
5.
no caterpillars.
So 5
Unless I were
looks
to
like
come
5
off.
points.
I could try and come off, but it's going to be hard. So I'm just going to
Yeah.
go ahead and score my 5 for now and be happy with
So
that.
that puts you at 18 and me at 25.
And that keeps me as the splitter.
And that is now a scoring phase. So at the end of 4
scoring.
rounds, we're going to score one of our 4 Kodama cards. We're going to put it down kind of in front of us and wait and see what the other person decides. So I've got mine picked already. I knew what I was going to do when I sat down. Hopefully
Firefly
Hopefully it's a
within
good strategy.
2. Star, cloud,
Are you min-maxing your score right now?
I am. I think I'm just going to go ahead and go with whichever is fewer. So I've got 3 and 2.
Yeah.
Flower or cloud within 2. That's just going to be 1. So this is my best one.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with this little guy.
2 for each flower or mushroom on your tree, whichever is fewer. Do you have the flower and mushroom tokens?
I only have the flower token, so
Oh,
I don't get the additional 4. So that's a little bit of a bummer.
Or
And I
2
thought
for
about
each
holding
mushroom
on
on
to it.
your tree.
See.
Mushroom is...
Well, actually, let's go ahead and do this one.
Score
I'm gonna
3 for
try and
each
get that
firefly or
spirit
star
token.
within 2 cards of your trunk, whichever is fewer.
So I've got...
No stars, though. That would be 0 points.
Oh, you're right. Did that say star?
It
Okay,
says
fine. I
whichever
go back
is
to what I
fewer.
had. Flowers, then fine. So I've got 3 flowers and 2 mushrooms.
So
I'll
2
score for 2
mushrooms, so
mushrooms,
4
so I'll
points.
score 4 points. And I'll cry a little bit.
Put you at 22. My Kodama, I'm playing that tricky one. It's going to give me 0 points, but next phase I can score 2 cards.
Neat.
So this is basically just saying like I can delay that score and next turn try to score 2 at once.
That seems like an easy decision to make.
All
All right, so
summer,
we're in summer.
Which
We've
means
got
we have a new decree. When you score during the growing phase this turn, all spirit tokens on your tree may be considered any one feature.
Neat.
So that's a great way to score that max 10 points because you really could just say, okay, all these 3 or 4 spirit tokens are all flowers or something and score a ton of points. Sorry.
You can't move the branches after they've been placed. He's messing with my stuff.
All right, so you're still behind just by 3 points. It is currently 22 to 25.
Everyone, I'm behind. All right.
Well,
so
just a little bit.
Just a little bit. All right. So
Ooh,
we've
I
got
like
2 stars, star, cloud, mushroom, firefly, or 2 caterpillars, or as my nephew likes to say, capitillars.
Aw.
Let's see here. I don't know. I'm a little bit unsure how I want to split this because we've got the 2 and the 2.
Just feel the sweat dripping down my face. I'm watching that
too.
with eager eyes. I know which card I want. I just don't know if I'm gonna. Well, I am gonna get it because I'm the chooser.
You are the chooser.
But what I want is for the card I want to be in its own pile by itself.
So DJ is in the comments asking how this compares just tuning in. If you're just tuning in, the difference here is this is a little bit meaner because of the spirit tokens than regular Kodama.
Yeah, definitely.
And this, I think that's the biggest difference for me is the spirit tokens. There's also some very specific Kodama that are for this game, for this version of the game, and then the splitter and the chooser. So it's really kind of an interesting change in dynamic comparatively to normal Kodama in the 2-player that was available
it's
before.
very much more of a head-to-head. Like we are trying to block each
Thanks,
other.
Nigel.
In a 4-player game or 5-player game of Kodama, it's very hard to like look around the table and literally block other players. But in this duo mode, like you're definitely blocking. I am going to take this one.
He's going to take the stars.
I'm going to make you take the 2.
I had a feeling. And now I have to make some decisions here because I'm not scoring a whole lot on this tree. So do I want to start a new branch? I think that I do because I think I can give him that. He can choose a star, cloud, firefly, or mushroom. I'm going to start a new
I didn't put the star
branch.
on last time. I had the star sitting here.
Oh, you need that before you start scoring.
I do. I'm going to cover...
Remember, if it's going to go over 10, though...
It's going to go over this thing here. Over this caterpillar.
I'm going to start building this way.
I'm going to take the firefly this time.
Okay.
Which
so he's going to take the firefly off of my trunk card.
Yeah. And then I'm going to put it somewhere after scoring. So I get 1, 2 points for stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points.
And I'm going to score 3.
So 32.
Starting a new scoring
25.
branch.
Yeah. So you're going to have to do that at some point. Just say, I'm going to start.
Which it looks like you did too.
I did, but I didn't continue it. I just kind of let it sit, which...
He may or may not. So we're back to drawing the 3. We're in the second round of summer. And remember, we can now choose, which he did not choose because he was happy with his, but he could have chose to make this a star.
Oh, I could have.
So do you want to do that before we move on?
No, I didn't do it.
Would that have taken you over 10?
It would have brought me to 10.
So why don't you go ahead and do that?
Right, I'll
because
take my one
that
extra
is the
point.
decree. I'm fine with that. We'll let
Sorry,
Ryan,
guys. It wasn't on purpose.
We'll remind Ryan how to win the game. Okay, so I'm supposed to win this game.
Oh.
By just in general.
Okay. Well.
So I shouldn't be helping you.
Then win it. Go for it.
No.
Oh.
I will just do my best. How about that? I just really enjoy this game because it's beautiful and I enjoy the little new mean part of it.
Yeah, it's that meanness it's unexpected from a game like this, but I dig it. I dig the meanness.
He does dig the meanness.
I dig it.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and split it. So just real quick, star, firefly, caterpillar, cloud, mushroom, caterpillar, mushroom, flower, cloud. We'll do it like that.
Shoot. That sucks because I really need this firefly.
Oh, he really needs that firefly.
I need that firefly,
Now,
so I'm taking that firefly.
The person who has to choose, which means he's going to get another spirit token, which is a little bit of a bummer. But we all know which one I'm going to take. So I'm going to go ahead and give him the option of a flower, a mushroom, or a cloud.
I'm going to take the flower.
He's going to take the flower right off my tree.
That's what I was talking about with this game being mean. Like, I don't really need the cloud for any purpose, but like I could really use that flower.
He could really...
More to the point, Kira could have used that flower.
He is absolutely correct.
And that is definitely part of the back and forth of this game.
I'm going to score 4 for my caterpillars, please. My capitillars.
4 points. 29. I score this branch, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars. 6, 7, 8. And then I can make this whichever, so I can give myself to 9.
They all have to be the same, whichever you choose.
Oh, that's true.
And this has to be covering a feature.
It is.
It is. Okay. Just making sure.
You thought you caught me cheating, and I wasn't.
It happens more
so
often
I'm going to
than
make
you
them
think.
all fireflies. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for fireflies, then 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 points. So that puts me at 42.
Boy, I need to do some catch up. What do you guys think?
I think it's fine. I think you're good.
Of course he does. So we'll draw the 3. I'm disappointing myself right now.
It's okay.
All right.
And all your fans out there.
I have no fans.
That's not true. You have fans.
No, I always see Team Ryan in the comments, which is fine.
Thank you, commenters.
Not today, though. Nobody likes you
I
today.
take back my thank you. I rescind my thank you.
So now I have to decide. We've got a flower, a firefly, and a mushroom, 2 mushrooms, or 2 fireflies. And I know he's kind of been going for fireflies here.
I've been going for fireflies.
And he probably wants a little bit of flexibility. No matter what,
I want
I'm
a little
just kind
bit of
of
flexibility. Man, you've got me pegged.
in an interesting situation here. So I'm going to go ahead and do this.
Yeah. Except I don't want to lose my firefly token. So I'm actually going to take the
He's going to take the mushrooms.
Yeah, I'm going to take the mushrooms.
I wasn't going to take the firefly token back.
I didn't know that. There's no way to predict that, right?
There isn't.
Oh, and I need to put this out.
So now I have to decide where to put this stuff
So,
I can't use very well.
I know where to put this. It's going to go right here. Just in case I need to... You can't really see it there. I'll just be nice to everybody and put it here.
Can I make it work?
There we go.
Oh my gosh, just
Did it
barely.
fit?
Oh, snap.
All right, what are you discarding?
Firefly.
I already have the firefly token. I want it where it's at, so I'm
He's not
fine
going
with
to move
that.
it. So it actually worked out for me anyway.
I'm going to make all my tokens
fit.
mushrooms. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points from mushrooms.
Last week we did. Sean is asking. We played Ghostbusters at 2 player.
We played
last
Ghostbusters,
week.
the card game.
Would we say it's best at 2 player? I think it has a very nice 2 player variant.
Talk about this or Ghostbusters?
About Ghostbusters. I think that it has a very nice 2 player variant, but I think after that we played it at PAX a few more times with bigger groups of people, and it was definitely a little bit more interactive with more people.
Yeah,
just because,
sure.
Because of what it does. The 2 player variant gives you the feeling of a 3rd player without actually having those
I'd rather have a
decisions
3rd
being
player.
made. I did like it with more. So
right. What did you score for that branch?
I just scored 2 for fireflies.
Just 2 points?
I had to start a new branch. I put myself in a bad situation.
All right, this is round 8, the 4th round of summer. Go ahead and draw out a couple more, and let's see. I like that my tree is really tall. Yours branches must be heavy because they're just kind of...
I'm building a very Tim Burton-esque tree, I think.
That's true, actually.
Okay.
I see lots of things I like
Continuing to find myself in a little bit of an odd, frustrating place here. So I think what I'm going to do is...
Dun, dun. We need like the Jeopardy theme music. Actually, we can't use the Jeopardy theme music.
No.
So
I'm going to do this.
Ooh. I'm going to actually take this one.
God bless it.
What? This is better for me.
I can't figure out which pile he's going to take. I really want to move my caterpillar, if you can't tell. That's my goal.
This was better for me.
So I would have taken the caterpillar spirit token. I'm getting very frustrated. All right, so now I have to do this. what's going to be in my best interest at this point? I think flipping flowers, probably.
Flipping flowers.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Or maybe this. No, that's not going to do anything for me. I
Also
could go
consider
here.
what I'm going to take when...
Yeah. Well, I don't have any of the tokens on either of these, so I don't care that much. You already have the flower token.
Yeah, that's true.
I think I'm going to go ahead and go for flowers. Am I?
I don't know what you're
I will.
going to do.
I won't. I'm going to
Beats me.
go for flowers. It's my better scoring option.
Do it.
So I will take 3 points.
I'll take that cloud token and I'll cover up. What do I want to cover up?
I'm not doing very well.
I'm just actually going to cover this. What do I want to cover up? One of these mushrooms. But I won't, because I'm not scoring that branch anyway. I'm scoring this one. Again, because we still have that summer decree out, I'm making all my tokens caterpillars. And that's going to give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points for that.
Cool.
So 54. I get one of these nifty little 50 tokens to go out in front of me. My tree's worth 50 extra points.
All right, so we're over halfway through the game.
We are. We're a third, 2/3 of the way through.
This is the last round of
so
summer?
we're going to, no, that was just the last round of summer.
So we're going to score now.
Yeah, we have 8 branches in front of us, which means we're about to score our Kodamas, which, if you remember from a minute ago, when I played my Kodama, it's going to let me play 2 this turn and score both of them. Yes. All right. I'm going to score.
He is fancy, Mark. Shush.
I do my best. I'm going to score these 2 right here.
I don't know. I'm not in any good position right now. So I guess I'll just do whichever is fewer, flower or cloud. Oh, that's not great.
You've got
for
3
me.
clouds, though.
Well, within 2, whichever is fewer. So flower is 1.
Cloud is...
because I couldn't move my caterpillar. I was working towards that.
Cloud is 2. Flower is 1. You're right.
Then
it's a mean game, like we said.
Star cloud on my tree, which I only have 1 star, so that would be only a 1 score.
Maybe I feel a little bad
Firefly
about it.
or star within 2, which is, again, not great. So I guess I will do...
You're supposed to be looking at these cards the whole time and building towards these points.
I am, but none of the stuff I did was working towards me getting what I needed. So I will just go ahead and do the flower. Each flower within 2, which is just going to be 1.
So
that gives
how many
me
points?
3 points.
3 points? All right. I scored 2 this time because of what I played last time. Choose a branch on your tree that has a spirit token. Score 5 points for each card touching that card. I'll choose this branch. And I have 1, 2, 3 touching it, so that's 15. So that puts me at 69 points. And then I get to score my other one as well. This is 3 points for every branch that has at least 1 star token or star symbol on it. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 21. Minus 1 for every star in the discard pile. So I have to subtract 1, puts me at 20, 19, 18, 17. So 17 points for that one.
Cool. I'm going to go ahead and start. Oh, we need to know what the decree is for fall.
Let's get out that, let's replace no more summer decree. So I don't get to take advantage of all of those tokens being whatever I want anymore. That's unfortunate. But the fall decree.
Darn.
When this decree is revealed, each player swaps 2 end cards on their trees.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I like that. That's good stuff right there.
Isn't great for me, but it doesn't kill me either. It just means, let's take this one.
I'm going to swap these 2.
Ooh, but then I lose my mushrooms.
Gives me a little more flexibility
later.
later.
Let's do this. Let's swap these 2. How about? Because then at least I get to keep my chain of stars.
Okay, so.
All right. Round 9. We only have a couple rounds to go. Kira, you got a little bit of points to catch up. Just a little bit of points.
You guys suddenly wonder why he started screaming. It's because I've stabbed him under the table. Just kidding. Let's see. That's how you make this game
premeditated if she says it first.
Just kidding. All right. I'm going to poke you with a tree branch and hope that you go away and lose. Star,
I
mushroom,
could still
firefly.
lose. You could get 10 points
Star,
per
flower,
tree here.
caterpillar, cloud, caterpillar, flower, star. I'm going to go with
Well, I lucked out because there are stars on every single one of those
everything,
cards.
so he can pretty much do whatever he wants. So I'm going to go ahead and do this.
Well, I'm going to take this one,
He is. Who would have thought?
throw it up here.
Ryan takes that one, so he gets the extra spirit token. Let's
More so, I did it
see.
because it's 8 points for all my stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stars. So that's good for me.
All right, let's see.
Puts me at 94.
It's good stuff, man.
No, I mean, yeah, 94. I do mean that.
I'm gonna go this way.
Ooh, squeezing in there.
Doesn't do a whole lot for me, but it lets me do some stuff. So I get 2 for mushroom. I get 2 for star.
So 4?
4.
4 points.
High scoring. And he gets to choose caterpillar, flower, or star.
I guess I'll take caterpillar and put caterpillar here, covering up that star.
Sigh.
We're getting there.
Heavy sigh.
Don't worry.
It's okay.
It's okay. It is okay. It's going to be okay.
It's going to be okay.
It's going to be okay regardless
It
because
is.
it just is. But we've only got 3 more rounds, so choose wisely. See, I really benefited because I just made a really long stretch of branches, that all have the stars. Like I just went for every star. I figured I could at least get 6 or 7 points per star, or for every time I play a star branch.
Sure. Just do that. So we had 2 clouds,
Ah,
flower, caterpillar, mushroom. I'm going to put those 2 together. We've got firefly, flower, caterpillar, star.
yeah,
over
I
here.
have to take this one. I
gonna
keep
take
getting
the
these
star.
great because I've got this line of caterpillars
So
and
this
stars
is good
already.
For me, finally. I get what I need, kind of. I'm going to go ahead and score. That's going to get me the most points. I need to catch up. Stop thinking about the long term now. So he'll get a cloud. Yes.
Yes, I will get a cloud. I've already got the cloud. I'm just going to leave the cloud.
I'm going to get 1, 2 for mushrooms. And I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I
7?
finally got 7 points again. Huzzah, huzzah,
right.
huzzah.
I'm going to get 10 because I maxed out. I would actually. So
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of a good mechanic.
So
Like,
he's
you
going to
can't-
flip his scoring die.
I'm now at 104 points. So it's an interesting
I
mechanic.
made some bad
that
choices early.
You can only get 10 points, which is nice because otherwise, you could try to load a branch and get and really snowball your lead.
Mm-hmm.
But we both have the potential to get 10 points a turn.
Mm-hmm.
Then it really comes down to those Kodama cards.
So cloud, mushroom, flower, mushroom, firefly, star, caterpillar, firefly, flower, and star. Let's do it that way.
Well, you gave me a star again, so I'm taking it.
Yep, he's going to take it.
Because I'm just going to try to keep getting 10 points
That's
here.
okay.
Look how tall my tree has gotten. It's almost off the screen. That's how tall it is.
I would really like...
And we know that's going to get me 10 points because I've just built it in a way that I can get 10 points every round as long as I have a star.
He did.
So really what you want to do is not let me get a star.
That is correct, sir. So I'm going to go this way. You're going to get a mushroom, cloud, or flower, which you already have.
I already have.
I'm
So
going to
I
get
can't- It doesn't matter.
1, 2, 3 for fireflies.
Okay.
I'm going to get 1, 2 for flowers.
Okay.
That's 5.
Yep.
And that is my max.
And you are over the 50-point mark.
Oh, I get my token.
You get your 50-point token.
I'm only 100 behind.
No, you're only 50 behind.
50-something behind.
50-something behind.
50-something behind.
These cards at the end can be
Okay.
worth a lot.
This is the...
This is the last round.
Is it? Ah, look at that.
Look at that,
I'm definitely
exactly.
not catching up at this point.
I don't know what your last card is. These cards can really be worth a ton of
It's
points
true.
if you build towards them correctly.
Unfortunately, I didn't get what I needed in this flip to get anywhere near the next
However,
thing.
there's no stars.
There are no stars.
I can't
That makes me happy.
just use my star strategy here.
So for now, I'm just going to kind of go like this. So we've got firefly, mushroom, caterpillar, firefly, caterpillar, mushroom, cloud, Firefly, mushroom, cloud.
Yeah. Well, I'll go with the caterpillar, firefly thing here.
Annoying. All right.
So what else am I going to do at this point? It's the last card of the game.
That's fair.
That gets me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. But it's only 10 points.
So I'm going to go ahead and place this fancy little feller here, which gets you one of those if you need them. You've got all the tokens he could possibly need.
I do.
I'm going to go ahead and score 1, 2 for caterpillars. I'm going to score 1, 2, 3 for mushrooms. I'm going to score 2 for clouds. And that's it, right?
What's that? How many is that total? Add that up for me. Because my math is bad right now.
5, 6, 7.
7?
Mm-hmm.
All right, 7 it is.
So now I got to figure out which of these Kodama are going to be in my best interest. I have the score 3 for each firefly or star within 2.
I've only got one left because I played that one that let me play 2.
Go ahead.
So this is score 3 victory points for every branch that has at least a firefly. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 branches that have fireflies. So that's 15 points minus whatever's in here. So 14.
So the better one for me is going to be the score 2 for each star or cloud on my tree, whichever is fewer, and I have fewer stars. I have 3 stars, so that'll give me 6 points.
So I got 9 points for that one.
So I did a very bad
job. You get 6?
Playing Kodama, but I definitely enjoyed it because at the end of the day, no matter what, I still have this gorgeous little tree in front of me.
Final scores. I have 133 and Kira has 73.
You're definitely more of a climber tree. Mine's more like a
so,
I'm trying to go up Jack the Beanstalk style, whereas mine's like I'm going to play on this tree.
So I think that the game encourages you to do those really long branches. And like I really enjoyed the puzzle of this game, but yeah, like I just got kind of lucky in being able to take those spirit tokens, and you were always behind me, so you get to split, which means you can choose which. You could basically force my hand.
Yes.
Because I want to take the one card, so you could just you want to put the worst of the cards in the one pile because you want me to take the 2 because that's giving you spirit tokens.
Yes, definitely. So, and I was definitely setting myself up to do things a certain way, but it just kept not falling in my favor.
Sure.
Because I would look over and I'd see what you were working on, and it seemed like you would go one way. The fact that you were able to build such a long tree, I call like a recount on scoring for him. Just gonna say that out
once
now.
you get this long in point value, like you're getting 10. Basically, like if you notice, let me switch back to it. If you notice what I did here, my strategy, it's like I knew I was starting with a star, then a star, then a star, then a star, then a star. So like I have stars going almost all the way up to the top. Which in this one, by the time I got up here, I had so many caterpillars that I was able to do caterpillars instead. But if you've got stars,
but you can't place a branch card if you are going to score more than 10. Period.
Well, that would get me. So that would give me 1, 2, 3, 4.
Because you didn't have a star on the end, so you didn't count. Stars
I didn't
on
count
right.
stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, well, maybe that would have scored me 11 points.
We did cover that rule early on, but we'll go ahead and give them the win this time, folks, but with an asterisk next to it.
6,
so just
7,
to clarify,
8, 9, 10, 11.
If you're placing
I was one over
branch
on that one.
card that is going to score you more than 10 points, you can't place it. You have to place it somewhere else.
Right, you want to try to get exactly 10 points. And you're right. So I was 11 there, so I couldn't have placed it there. But I still could have gotten...
I need a cheater screen for the
I just miscounted.
It's okay. It's okay.
But
totally
see, it's
fine.
interesting because, like, for example, like, for our game, when we had the shapeshifters out, so my branch ended up being worth 14 points once I changed. But it wasn't worth 14 points when I played the branch.
Sure.
So that's like an interesting...
Yeah, no, for sure.
I don't know if I should have given myself 14 points there. Not like I needed more, but I capped myself out at 10 because that rule is a little ambiguous.
Nope.
Well, it says you can only score 10 points per branch.
It says you cannot place the card. And it's okay.
Right, but
this is the kind of thing.
It's
We're
just a rule that
clarifying
we'll
it
need
for
to
you
clarify.
here today. It does say in the rule book you cannot place a branch card if it will score you more than 10 points. You have to place it somewhere else.
So maybe I don't know.
So Ryan wasn't listening when we covered that rule.
No, because I changed all my tokens. I changed all my tokens to make them the same with that shapeshifter card.
Oh yeah, it got
That's
a little
what I'm saying.
little convoluted.
And my branch became worth 14 points when I changed all 4 of those tokens. So I don't know.
He forgot when we got to the next round that went away. So that's okay, though. Now you know. We all know.
Yeah.
We know that there's an asterisk next to his win. Although he was far enough ahead
I think
of me,
I actually would have
I'd say
gotten
he
4 more
definitely-
points maybe for
He
that.
definitely probably was going to win anyway, based on everything going down. But asterisk nonetheless. So Kodama Duo, love this little game. Love Kodama. I'm really happy to have the 2-player variant. It gives a little bit more dynamicism to a 2-player game than in the original, in my opinion. It gives you a lot more to think about for sure. When in the other game, you're thinking about when you have more than 2 players, it's already dynamic enough. With 2 players, it's very back and forth. But this one takes away a little bit of that. It gives a little take that to it if you want to. You can just go ahead and build your own tree. But really, if you're not paying attention to the other person's tree, they'll run away from you on it, like Ryan did with me. So
and we'll see. And I might have recounted, but the fact that you have these added spirit tokens, especially like when they it threw me off. I'm not sure how that rule would work, but that's fine. You're not going to have that shapeshifters card in every game anyway.
No.
There are a ton of these decree cards, so you're
Let's
putting
show
in
some of them.
Yeah, so well actually I have just a bunch. So like
just read a couple. So
here's
people
one.
know what they are.
Whenever you take a spirit token, you instead get 2 spirit tokens of this from a card instead.
Nice.
Yeah. After placing a branch card that scores you 0 points, you get 3 points instead. So you're guaranteed to get. So it kind of encourages you to build some things that you might not score with.
Right.
So there's a ton. Like I said, there's a whole deck of them, and there's a whole deck of those Kodamas too. Like there's a ton.
Yeah, so many
of these scoring cards.
And the cool thing is that you can mix in, and it does say that in here, and I apologize that I don't have that readily available, but you can shuffle the branch cards from Duo into the standard branch deck for regular Kodama. And if you want to play Duo after mixing it up, you just look for the little 2 to 6 or the 2s in the bottom for the different decrees and for the different Kodama. We have somebody asking about our game mat, which is a really great opportunity for us to
we were
thank
actually
our
just gonna,
awesome
our
sponsor, Game
is
Toppers.
Game Toppers. This is a Game Toppers mat, and actually we're playing on a great Game Toppers table
called the Mycroft.
We've got some pictures of it up on Instagram if you want to take a look at some behind-the-scenes footage of what happens here in the studio. It's huge. It's big enough to handle the game and all of our equipment and everything we need. And yes, it has this awesome playmat. Now, these playmats come in different colors, different shapes and sizes, and you can even do specific like themed
there's
mats.
a really cool poker mat that's like for Texas Hold'em, and
there's one that looks like a hand-drawn adventure map.
We used that when we were playing Near and Far.
Yeah, we did.
Or Above and Below, or Near and Far.
Near and Far.
Near and
so
far.
There's a ton of mats. So check out Game Toppers, and again, thanks to them and to Indie Boards and Cards for sponsoring our giveaway today. Like and share this. You'll be entered to win. And next week we're doing something a little unique and different. We're doing a game that is live on Kickstarter right now.
It's called
Valor and Villainy, and we've got a little. And Valor and Villainy is a one versus many game. So we're actually going to have a special guest next week to play Mordok, because the players play a group of heroes battling against this evil, scheming Mordok character. And
David is going to play Mordok next week.
So David Waybright from Man vs. Meeple will be joining us to put on his best villain face.
I suspect a very Gargamel vibe.
I want to hear some evil cackles.
Well,
we played
it at PAX South.
We did play it on PAX South,
and it was a lot of fun to kind of see how the flavor text that's built in is really fun. I got to play Scrut, which I will play Scrut again. Scrut Strong. I really like the character, and I really like the way that the dice. So we'll tell you more about that next week. So it is a Kickstarter, but it is a very polished looking. Project.
It
definitely looks like it's.
Just wait till you see it on the table next week. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I think you guys will really like it. But for now,
tune in
back
next week.
to Kodama.
Yeah.
It's definitely, this is a great game. If you just have 2 players to play with, get this game. If you have Kodama, or you like Kodama and you'd like to be able to play this game with more players, it allows you to add to your base Kodama. You can find this on Indie Boards and Cards. On their different places where you buy your board games at your friendly local game store, because guess what? Kodama Duo hit retail this week. So
it did. So
today,
take a look at
actually,
it.
If I'm not mistaken.
I think today goes so you can find it in your game stores today. Pick it up and come back next week and watch more live stream.
All right, we'll see you guys
next week.
next week.
All right, we'll see you.